Hello, everybody. My name is Alperyte, and I will start my presentation shortly when we retrieve the first slide of the presentation. As you can see from the title, the project is dedicated to the performance Sun and Sea, and the smaller title is The Society of Campers in the Sea and the Sun. Otherwise, the PR campaign 2019 and time management. The article presents the challenges of implementing the 58th Venice Art Biennial and its Lithuanian pavilion, and the time management issues of the advertising campaign of the show Sun and Sea. And for the first time in the history, the Lithuanian project was awarded the Golden Lion. The article is based on a series of in-depth interviews that show how this type of project can be used as a role model of perfect timing of promotion. The Venice Biennial, it's the exhibition of the contemporary art, which had the motto, "May you live in interesting times." And from May 11th to November 24th, 2019, the Lithuanian Pavilion was playing opera performance Sun and Sea, Marina. And their creative group, composer Lina Lapelytė, writer Vaiva Grainytė, and director and set designer Rugilė Barščiukaitė, chose to speak on climate change, consumerism, and global fatigue, translated into careless everyday life. How did it start? It started very slowly with the help of the partner, JC Decaux. It started with the posters of the athletes. Why? Because the slogan that the advertising campaign suggested was, "Art needs fans too." And the idea was that the fundraising campaign will be dedicated to the strategy of the opera as the athletes' team. And the target group were the sports fans, patriots, and Lithuanian diaspora abroad. So the message was about the Olympics in the arts, the biennial in Venice, and the Lithuanians need support. With this message, this campaign before the award acted as the crowdfunding event. So the platform was chosen, there was a target, and as I mentioned already, it was going very slowly. The dramatic change came after the unexpected Golden Lion Award was received. How did it go? The platform was chosen as Indiegogo, and the target was 30,000 euros. And as I said, it was going very slowly without any changes until some sudden changes. What happened? When I asked the commissioner of the project, Rasa Antanavičiūtė, I was asking why this opera was awarded the Golden Lion. And she hypothesized that maybe just because it is a good artwork. But the real answer is proper timing, proper space, added by interesting themes and professional representation. The major message that started traveling around Venice was born on May 7, 2019, when the opera became open to the press. It is a famous press day when everybody from the press can see the project. In the following 3 days, 8th, 9th, and 10th of May, it's so-called the Professionals' Days, and the news started skyrocketing. So once again, the producer chose a very proper time and location, and they chose a very good strategy to start speaking about the project during those 3 days. So you really need to know the details of the event, and in this case, the curator of this pavilion is really very skilled. So over the next few years, the opera starts reaching or plans to reach audience in Norway, Sweden, Spain, Switzerland, Iceland, in the United Kingdom, the United States, Russia, Australia, and elsewhere. But what is under that? What is behind the scenes? Behind the scenes, I said previously, is Lucia Pietrojusti and all the team. Producer Rasa Antanavičiūtė, coordinator Erika Urbulevich, and the triad of Rugilė Barščiukaitė, Vaiva Kreinytė, and Lina Alperyte, with the commissioner, Dr. Rasa Antanavičiūtė. So what Rasa said after the press conference, when the project was already over, she said, after the prestigious award, it became clear that the scenario of the organization of this pavilion was changing, and they needed to take some decisions. So due to great interest, the number of employees of the pavilion had to be significantly increased. The work was shown twice a week. The opera performance took 49 days, singing for 8 hours continuously, a total of 398 hours, said the pavilion commissioner. During the 6 months of operation of the pavilion, 159 people worked on the project. They were singers, sound and light engineers, music and scenography assistants, pavilion guides, technicians, and others. The 13 characters of the opera were embodied by 51 performers from Lithuania, Italy, Brazil, the USA, the United Kingdom, Spain, Germany, Greece, and other countries. Needless to say that they needed to shift, and they were working one up to the other to cover all those 13 roles. And visitors to the biennial could not only watch the work from the above, but also become a part of it itself, and myself too. There was an opportunity to settle down next to the singers and spend a few hours on the beach as a real-time event. And this is how 2,500 visitors from more than 100 countries of the world took advantage of this opportunity. As some of the sand of the sun and the sea also went to them, and of the 36 tons of sand brought to Venice, 2 tons walked away with visitors, and the rest was used for the children's playground. Budget. The total budget of the Lithuanian pavilion was humble. It was 752,000 euros. The major part of the costs was the installation and maintenance of the pavilion, singers' fees, living expenses in Venice, events, publishing, advertising, photo and video documentation, and equipment. The conclusion was drawn that one with small budgets need to be very flexible. The opera performance Sun and Sea also impressed not only thousands of visitors, but the most important institutions of the art world, which wanted to present their work in their countries. Meanwhile, Sun and Sea is in the sunny Italy, and at the moment, the opera performance takes place in early July on the stage of the legendary Teatro Argentina in Rome, one of the oldest theaters constructed in 1731. It's on touring again. And you are able to see and listen to the music if you purchase this disc, and it's available on the site Sun and Sea LT. Thank you for your attention, and if you have questions, please join me.